As a TV anchor, one of the perks I get is going to different places and meeting interesting people. I met this guy a while ago. He's a treasure hunter, adventure traveler. Besides that, he seeks relics and artifacts. And he is also a professional poker player. His face is literally everywhere on billboards, in the magazine covers, and so on. He's quite a legendary character. Let's welcome the Duke of the Fremont Street. Hey Duke, how are you?
Outstanding, Shannon. Thank you for having me on.
Thanks you so much for being here today. So tell us, what exactly do you do?
Well, I'm a man of leisure. I'm a treasure hunter, a world traveler, a philanthropist, and I get to enjoy my life. So the most important thing for me is to make every moment count.
So I heard that you like traveling around the world, and you actually did a challenge of traveling around the world in 30 days. Is that true?
Yes, I like adventure travel. I like to go off the beaten path. I'm not really a Rand McNally guy. I like to go into some of the indigenous areas that are unexplored, and I try not to make a footprint while I'm there.
No,
I want to have the privilege of viewing some of the virgin areas of the planet, and there's a few left.
Really?
Yes.
Tell me a little bit more stories about it, because it sounds really interesting.
Well, I've been on virtually every continent, but Antarctica. I don't do cold places. You know, the only ice I see is in my glass, right? You know, but I gravitate towards the lowland areas. I'm more of a lowland human rather than the Himalayan human. I like the jungle areas, the tropical rainforest of, like, say, Papua New Guinea or South America, Central America, Africa.
And I know you're in the business of gambling, and you actually almost got killed in a hotel like a while ago. Is that true?
That is true. When I play poker, which I'm a professional poker player, people say that I never play a hand. I tell them I really very seldom gamble with my money. I just gamble with my life, and it's pretty much the truth. I go on these adventures, I get myself in trouble, and I try to get myself out of it.
And what happened last time?
Well, I was doing a transaction with a party that I'd dealt with before, and I brought a lot of cash along to buy a lot of gold, which I'd done before with the party that set me up. Anyway, they set me up and tried to murder me. They kidnapped me. They tortured me. They robbed me. They, as I said, they tried to murder me unsuccessfully. And I escaped from that incident, and they have since been incarcerated.
How did you escape?
I think God's will more than anything. I can't tell you exactly because it was very fuzzy. I was more dead than alive. I was redder than your outfit, actually. They had done a number of me. I had over 140 staples in my head by the time. It was like Humpty Dumpty. They tried to put me back together again, and I didn't realize how badly I'd been hurt. I had multiple fractures, multiple broken bones, lacerations throughout. Almost bled out, yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that, but you're a courageous man.
Thank you very much.
And I saw your face on posters at the gun show, like right there. I know it just passed, but I know there's one coming up, right?
Yes, there's one the 15th and 16th of February here in Las Vegas, right after Valentine's Day.
And what do you do? You sell guns too?
Well, I'm not so much of a seller of guns, I'm an acquirer of guns. I collect guns. This is my Thompson submachine gun in the background, which is to me the sexiest gun I ever made.
That is a really cool gun.
This actually is another gun I carry. This is a .38 special. This was purportedly owned by Bugsy Siegel, who was a gentleman here in town that was...
It's heavy.
Yeah, oh, very heavy. And it's not loaded for the people in the audience. You think, don't shoot, I'll marry the whole family. No. But to me, guns are works of art, and they're to be handled with respect. And I'm a gun advocate. I'm a firm believer in the right to carry. So I don't have any problem saying that to anyone. This country was built on the gun. Some countries that aren't in the other than the United States have a hard time understanding that. But the gun was instrumental in forming this nation.
True.
And it was part of my tradition. I had a gun since I was a child. So
cool.
As long as you're instructed on how to operate it and so forth, and when not to use it, I don't see any problem with it.
And you say that you go around the world and collect treasures, like
Yes.
you collect coins, jewelries.
Well, it depends. I collect everything. You're either a collector or you're not.
Can you show, do you have any to show us today, to show the audience?
Well, I brought one of my vintage vehicles today. Obviously, it's in the parking lot. It's this car right here. It's a 1936 LaSalle, which is parked outside. I love the pre-war era vehicles. I collect vintage gold coins, American, vintage silver coins, vintage American currency, exquisite jewelry. I just picked up this piece. Hold this just a second, will you, Shannon? Don't shoot anybody.
Sure,
I just
will
picked this.
not.
This is one of my recent additions. This is a turn of the century, last century era
Ooh.
pocket watch, a railroad watch. Beautiful, solid gold. It's
Nice.
I collect pocket watches.
Duke, as a legendary character who has so many stories, what's your philosophy of life?
Well, with me, it's the adventure continues. You only go around once, so you obviously don't want to miss anything. Have I made mistakes? Tons of them, but I mean, that's how you learn.
Cool. And where is going to be your next venture? Where
Well,
can we find you?
That's a good question. I'm formulating that right now, probably in the jungles of Africa. I'll start there, and then from there I'll head on over to perhaps Borneo.
I see. And where, if people want to find more stories about you, where can they find you? Do you have a website?
Well, they can Google me. I mean, there's all kinds of information. My website is the Duke of Fremont Street,
Duke of Fremont Street.
and ibuycoins.com.
Oh, thank you so much for being here.
It's my pleasure.
It's my pleasure. Coming up next is Home Sweet Home. Don't go away, we'll be right back.